Hey, welcome or welcome back if you're returning. Today, we're going to be looking at the mothers in A Song of Ice and Fire. You know, I still feel unwell. I feel like I need caring for and looking after. It got me thinking, who are supposed to be those caring roles in A Song of Ice and Fire? It's the mothers. How caring are these mothers? Would you want to be raised by them? Let's rank the mothers of A Song of Ice and Fire. So, got my little tier list. S for those super mums. A, B, C, D, for those worst mums. We're going to start off today with Catelyn Stark. She is mother to half of the main characters we have, really. So we do get not so much in terms of interactions with her because they are separated for a lot of it, but perhaps their thoughts on her. And, for her natural-born children, I guess she is a great mum. For her stepchild, Jon, she is a witch. We'll get onto that bit. But for her natural-born children, like Robb Stark, we do see interactions with her because she goes off, to war with him. And he obviously thinks a great deal of her. At times, her political mind as well. He can see that she really cares for him and is, doing things for the greater good. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the North. I think he thinks she's a good mum. Sansa, Arya, I guess they don't think of her too much when they're at King's Landing, but, Sansa not so much. Arya does miss her mum. I guess when they were at Winterfell, Sansa would have had more interactions with Catelyn, more of a girl's girl, so would have thought quite highly of her. Arya, though, she is very close with Jon, and if I saw my mum treating my step-sibling like that, I wouldn't be happy. I would probably hold that as a grudge. So, yeah, we don't really hear of Arya thinking in that way. But if Jon ever told Arya what he felt about Catelyn, maybe she would feel differently. Anyway, Bran and Rickon, the youngest two, are abandoned by her and left at Winterfell. I guess their outcome, would it really have been any different if she had been there? How much could she really have done to protect them? She does seem quite caring for them, as motherly as she can be. She sits by Bran's bedside, after he's fallen. But the way she treats Jon Snow, horrible, absolutely horrible. She frees a prisoner, Jaime Lannister, to try and get her girls back from King's Landing. They're not there, but she tries. She is very committed. It would be S tier, but the way she treats Jon is just so mean. I would say she can't be S tier. I still want to put her up in A tier, though. Is Catelyn Stark an A tier mum? What do you think? Let me know. Next, we're going to go on to Lysa Arryn, and D tier is instantly calling out to me because, good grief, that woman scars her child. He is so clingy, and it's obviously because she loves him and cherishes him so much, but it is not good for little Robert Arryn. Little sweet Robin is scarred. She breastfeeds him to God knows whatever age he is up to when she dies. Also, she's just a bit psychotic. I feel like if she didn't really have her son's best, long-term interests at heart, maybe she had such blind faith in Peter Baelish and thinking he'll be Lord of the Vale, but not really thinking of the backlash from King's Landing. But then they are up in the Vale and it's quite impregnable, so still puts her kid at risk, really. And, just poor little sweet Robin. I'm just going to have to put her in D tier. I don't like her. It's my list. I'm going to put her in D tier. Do you disagree? Next, we're going on to Joanna Lannister. And I thought I would only include like living mothers when they're in the story. Caitlin Stark. But we do know a bit about Joanna Lannister and her children, so I thought I'd include her as well. She's mother to Tyrion, although she didn't really get any time with him. Also, Cersei and Jaime, and look at how they've ended up. How does that even happen? I don't know. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Joanna Lannister tried to make good marriage pacts, set up a good future for her children. But she was made aware of what they were doing, tried to separate them. She took some action. She didn't tell the father, though, so that, like, other people could keep an eye out and stop that. I mean, I feel like there's more she could have done around the home to ensure that. She also could have just packed one of them off to another castle as a ward. That would have ensured it. Just no, okay? Yeah, I feel like Joanna Lannister could have done more. Although she probably had the best intentions. I'm gonna have to put her in B tier. What do you think? That one's a difficult one. The next one we'll go on to, though, is Joanna's daughter, Cersei. And she is a mother as well to 3 children, Tommen, Myrcella and Joffrey. But as much as she claims to love her children, she really doesn't treat them very well, does she? I mean, she is so dismissive of Tommen. And she is heartbroken when Myrcella gets packed off, but how much time does she actually spend with her children? We don't really see her spend that much time with them. And Joffrey, I mean, she puts so many twisted ideas in his head as it is, but doesn't really take the time to speak to him to understand why he is coming out with the things that he's coming out with, being the way he is. She really could have done more. Come on. Like, I know he is, like, his own person, he has his own free will, but Cersei, you could have done more, okay? Yeah, I think as much as she says she loves her children, she doesn't. And just the fact that their existence puts their lives at stake because of who their parents are, she plays a very dangerous game. Very dangerous. I think D tier for Cersei. I love Cersei as a character, side note. She is just crazy. Excellent to read. Yeah, D tier for Cersei, though. Next, we are going to go on to Selyse Baratheon. She's mother to Shireen, Stannis' wife. And I guess we don't see too much interaction between her and Shireen until they get up to the wall. She obviously cares for Shireen. I feel like that is a limited love, though. I feel like love from your parents should be unconditional, and I feel like Shireen holds it. I feel like Selyse holds it back from Shireen. Maybe because of the grayscale, maybe because of her influence from Melisandre. In the show, she ends up, letting her get burned. I mean, what parent would do that? But we don't know that that's going to happen in the book. We don't know that. So, at the moment, I'd probably say B tier. Yeah, is she outwardly horrible to Shireen? Can we make it lower? I'm going to have to say B tier. Okay, next, Olenna Tyrell. She is mother to Mace Tyrell and treats him like just an idiot. I'd love if that was all an act, though, and Mace Tyrell just goes home and is like, so, mother, just smart as you like. But, she also plays quite a dangerous game for her children, but they are one of the big houses trying to claim power. would they be happier in the Reach? I don't, just being a Lord of the Reach rather than trying to get into royalty. I don't know. She does act in a motherly way to Marjorie Tyrell. And yeah, I was thinking we'll do Alarie Tyrell separate, but maybe we'll have to just consider her into this because Alarie Tyrell is Mace's wife and, Marjorie and Loris's mother and that. But we didn't really see her. She comes for the wedding. She doesn't really have that much influence on Marjorie, and Marjorie is there as, like, the key player in the capital. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they get good advice from Olenna. I feel like she's savvy. I like her. A or B? A or B? What do you think? Dangerous game, but good at it. Yeah, they both benefited their families. I think Olenna A, Alarie B. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, next we have Gilly. Gilly, I was thinking about this one before, and it is really difficult. Gilly is a fantastic mother to her child up to, getting to the wall. Despite how she has become a mother, she takes care of that child fiercely and manages to get through, like, horrible weather to the wall, to relative safety. However, she does the baby swap and leaves her babe at the wall instead of traveling, with Sam and Aemon to Bravos and then Old Town. They swap the babe with Mance and Dalla's baby because they think, well, I say they, Jon, collectively, his lot of people, they think that Melisandre is going to burn the baby for king's blood because Mance is king beyond the wall. So if they swap that baby, there's no magic going to happen because it's a regular baby. How Gilly could have swapped out and left her baby there, even if that wasn't the threat, is insane. Absolutely insane. But she's taking care of another person's baby to give that baby a chance. It is such a Sophie's choice. And her baby may not end up being, Melisandre's tool, because I can't say the other options. But it is still a risk. Would you take another person's baby to keep it definitely safe and leave yours with, like, maybe an 80% chance of being used as a magic tool? That is hella difficult. Where would you rank Gilly? She is so brave, and no wonder she is just crying non-stop on the way to Bravos. Although, it's not like it's her solitary choice to do that. She is asked to do that by Jon. So I don't feel like it's something we can entirely hold against her. A? Can we put her in A tier? A or B? It's so difficult, because how could you leave your baby? I'm going to have to put her in B, because I just can't. It's going to have to be on the fence in the middle. Right. Next, we've got Alanis Harlow. She is mother to Asha, Theon, two other boys as well, but they did die earlier on when Balon decided he wanted to be king, and then Theon got sent to Winterfell as a ward. She is heartbroken at the loss of her children, quite clearly. She is very reclusive. I think we only see Asha interact with her, and she is quite clearly depressed and maybe start to lose it a bit. Most likely traumatized by her past. Doesn't make her a bad mother. but it doesn't really qualify for like A or S tier, I don't think. Is it harsh to put her in C? I mean, how much agency would an iron-born woman like wife have, you know, to do with influencing their children? I don't think a lot. I don't think it's the same as comparing her to a Westerosi mother and a highborn noble woman. Yeah, I feel like Alanis was in a difficult position. Um, I feel like purely because of that, maybe I can get away with putting her in C. What do you think? Let me know. Next, we're going to look at Anya Wainwood. Now, she is a mother in the Vale to 3 boys and some daughters, apparently. But I don't think they're listed. I don't think we know how many she has or who they are. We see her early on at the Eyrie when Tyrion is on trial. She's there with, I think, 2 of her sons. And later on, she is part of the Lord's Declarant. She has Harry Harding as her ward. So she is in quite a powerful political place if you're plotting against, the current little Lord, Sweet Robin. How is she with her other children? Not that great. Not that, bad. She is kind of putting them in danger by prioritizing Harry's claim if there's a plot underfoot. I think maybe can we B or C? I'm going to put her in C. Right, 2 more. Next, Ilaria Sand. She is the mother to the 4 youngest sand snakes, Oberyn's daughters, and Jesus, I would say that she puts them in danger by trying to constantly get war. Is she a good mother? Probably. I feel like she would have a lot of influence on them. Is Elia Sand hers? Because she is wild, that girl. Yeah, I don't know. She is putting her kids at danger, and I feel like she would just bring them up further to put themselves in danger. Though is big in danger ultimately the worst thing? C? Ilaria Sandin, C or B? I mean, I can't dock her for wanting war. She is protective. I'm going to put her in C, because I feel like she's potentially going to advise her children in ways that would just put them in danger. I don't know. Maybe she's smarter than that, and I'm not giving her credit. We'll say B. We'll put in the middle on the fence. We'll say B. Right. Lastly, we are going to look at someone who isn't a mother to a child, a human child, but she's got 3 dragons. It's Daenerys. She's the mother of dragons. So, how does she treat her children? Well, she bloody well locks them up, so not that great. I kind of have a bit of a thing about it, to be honest. I feel like Daenerys, in the beginning, when the dragons are born, she's quite attentive to them, trying to learn more about them, to get them to eat and grow. But as time goes on, and she definitely gets more on her plate to do, with ruling, she does neglect her children. She doesn't keep that bond with them. She can't keep them in line and ends up locking them up. I just feel like that is really bad. But then, I guess, the Giscari also call her Mysa, mother. Is she mother to all of these people she's freed? Can we put the rank up a bit for how she's treating other people that she's taking on as a mother role? She's not their bloody mother. She's their ruler. Okay? She is mother to the dragons, though, and she treats them Not so good so far. I feel like she could do better. But then she hasn't let her people kill them. So, COD for Daenerys. I just feel like she could delegate more with the ruling and spend more time with the dragons. They are unruly, very unique beasts. And also they can just unleash such destruction, and she needs to keep them in line. Yeah. Right. D for Daenerys. She's a neglectful mother. Sue me. If you disagree, let me know why. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Have a good day. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.